questions, without hearing out the other side, without fully understanding all of the two sides, three sides, whatever. So I'm just going to give y'all this one piece of advice before I do this Q and Q. There's two things that I can promise you in this lifetime. One, we're all going to die. And two, change. Things are constantly going to change. And I think that some people, and I'm still learning myself. I'm included in this some people stuff, okay? Go with the godforsaken flow, y'all. If I almost said it. If stuff changes, roll with the punches. If things don't go exactly as planned, it's probably for a reason, right? Life is full of obstacles and hurdles, and sometimes, you have to just adjust and adapt. And I say this not to be a butthead, not to make you feel some kind of way, because we all do it. But y'all, when you do it in your life consistently, and I'm telling you from experience, not because I'm a professional, because ain't none of us professionals over here, okay? None of us. This is from experience. It is exhausting to constantly assume, because when you assume, you make a butt out of you and me. So my best advice that I can give to you guys today is learn to adapt. Don't assume things, because things change. And yeah, just roll with the punches, guys. Life is too short to live angry and to live afraid. So if there's something that you guys want to try, do it. If there's a new dish you want to cook, do it. Vacation you want to take, plan it. All right, so Q and Q, and then, so who is here? I know Chrissy's here. So it says, I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. Hello, hello, hello. What do you hope the future holds for you? I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. What do you hope the future holds for you? I think I seen him. There he is. Sweet. So also, while we're doing this, guys, remember, stream rules: be kind, be positive, or you will instantly be removed. This is a featured show. I do expect that you be mature and responsible. But if you're negative, or you decide that you want to say something completely vulgar, you will be removed. And once you're removed, I do not unblock you. So I hope I seen peace. And I think I really like that answer. And I think that I just hope that my future it holds happiness, I hope, thank you. I hope that I can find a way to just not worry about what other people have and what I don't have, and just appreciate what I do have, because I struggle with that on some days. I really, truly do. Thank you. I think that, so yeah, for my future, I want acceptance. I need to learn more about acceptance. There you go. We've already touched base on that. And like I said, I'm speaking from experience with that. I just, it is, you guys, it is extremely exhausting to live a life constantly assuming and being angry and constantly jumping to the negative side. Because more negativity, and I'm telling you, negativity breeds negativity. If you want positive, happy things in your life, you need to have positive, happy things in your life. But you've got to just don't worry what other people think, I think. You know what I'm saying? You've got to just appreciate what you have. And remember, I think a lot of us forget, like we're so focused on what we don't have or the negative things that we really do forget what we should be happy about and thankful for. Like I've got two really happy, healthy kids. I've got my grandmother's about to be 94. And yes, it gets rough. It's hard some days, right? But I have my grandma who's about to be 94. Both my kids are extremely healthy. That's it. Those right there are things that so many people wish for their families. I miss my, so, life can get hard, but we have to remember to be grateful for what we have. All right. Chrissy, do you or Maston? Sorry, this hair was on my shoulder, tickling the hell out of me. I kept feeling it, and I'm like, oh. All right. Well, go ahead, hop in the box, and we'll get you started. Y'all, you ever get that random hair and you can feel it, and oh God, it's like bugs. I feel like I got bugs crawling on me when you know. Oh, all right, here we go. Hello, how are you, beautiful?
Say what?
I said, how are you, beautiful?
I'm good. I'm
That's
good.
good. That's good. So I've already blabbed for 10 minutes. I don't want to cut too much more into your time. So why don't you tell these fine folks what we will be talking about today?
So, my lesson learned is who your true real friends are and who's not.
Okay.
Because I have learned a lot of lessons in life about that.
Too.
Thank
Me too.
you. Thank you.
Like it takes at least 6 months to a year to really get to know most of somebody, but even then, you don't know all of somebody.
Right. Right. Thank you so much. Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so like, what made you kind of? What was the one? I guess give us an example of when you were just kind of like, you know what, I don't deserve this anymore.
Um, kind of like one of my, I'd say one of my closest people that I used to have, that was she, I used to consider her one of my, like, um, within a year or two after we got a little bit older, it's like things started changing. And it didn't really make any sense to me because it was like one minute she was one person and then the next she was a completely different person. So then it was kind of like she wasn't the same person that I met years ago.
Right.
But I learned that it's also who those people bring into their environment as well that can influence them to become a different person.
Hmm. And guys, I will say right now, when you change who you are to fit into a group, you're never gonna find your vibe tribe. Because when you're pretending, now I need y'all to hear me out. When you're pretending and when you change who you are the liar. You are the reason you can't find any friends. You
Absolutely.
are the reason that people take advantage of you and manipulate you because you're not being true to who you really are.
Exactly.
So you've got to be yourself and you will find your vibe tribe. Being a cool kid doesn't mean that you're popular. It means you've accepted who you are and you no longer give a crap what other people think.
Right.
You've got the people that respect you and you've got the people who know who you are and they value you and appreciate you for that. Period.
And then like afterwards, like whenever she didn't, like she ended up not being friends with those that person anymore.
Hmm.
And then she had come to back to me and she was like, I'm sorry. I realized what was going on and all this and that. And obviously the kind of person I am, I got a big heart. I loved her before. She was my best friend before, so I let her come back in my circle. I was like, but hopefully, that was a lesson we both learned. You can't forget the people that's always been here
Right.
because you have new people around you. And she's like, you know, you're right.
Yeah. 100%. It's just really important that you stay true to yourself. I think that, like, again and again, I've done it, especially as a kid. You know, you start hanging out with someone and they're into things that you were kind of like, but they're the cool kid, you know, and so then you pretend to like this. But then at the end of the day, that friendship doesn't work out because you weren't really into the same things. You didn't really care. You just wanted to fit in, so you changed who you are. And as a kid, I get it. You know, kids don't really know better and they got to learn. But I see a lot of adults do it. And y'all, it's hard to watch sometimes, you know, like I know, like in real life I know, and I just kind of like you said, you watch someone, you know who they are, you've been around them for years, and then all of a sudden they start hanging out with someone and their whole life is different. It's like, huh, hmm,
Yeah, like they stopped hanging out with me and all of the other friends that we had, and we didn't get no more calls. We didn't get no more texts. We didn't see them anymore for months, like
yeah,
months and months. And then boom, all of a sudden they learned their lesson from that person, and it was like, okay. And I do agree with you, Sunshine. She said some people are only here for some seasons. That is absolutely right. That is so right.
I tell people that all the time. We're like parts of a tree,
Hmm.
right? Most people in your life are leaves. They're here for a season and they did their job and now they're gone. And a small portion of people are like branches. They're here for a while, they're supportive, but eventually it breaks off. You
Right.
know, you've got very few roots, but when you find those roots, you hold on strong.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that.
So once you were able to kind of know who you are and figure things out about what you want in your life, have you found it a bit more soothing than trying to deal with things in the other way?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's too. Sorry. No, we can continue on the topic. We will get it all. But you know what? Sometimes that awful lesson is your blessing.
Yes.
I think that we got to remember a lot of times that our unanswered prayers are sometimes exactly what we needed.
Absolutely.
We were given
Absolutely.
everything we wanted, and sometimes what we think we want is not what we need. You know,
Hmm.
like I
Yeah.
want $1 million, but I need a second, third job. You know, like just kidding. Good
No,
morning,
for
y'all.
real.
Good morning, guys. If you're just tuning in, I'm Silly Lily. This is Chrissy, and you are watching Lessons Learned, and we're kind of talking about, I guess, acceptance and remembering who you are, staying true to yourself, and not allowing fake people to remain in your life. Um, but it's not, and it's hard too, right? Because you meet someone too sometimes and they're so fun, and you really truly believe that they're wholehearted, and then out of the woodworks you kind of get smacked in the face with something and you're just like, holy cow. And I
Yeah,
think
that's
for
kind of
me,
another aspect I learned too. Like there's been times where I've accepted people too quickly before I figured out who they really were and what their real intentions were when it came to being around me.
mhm, why are you around me?
Right.
Like, if you can't just be around me just to hang out, you always
Because of
need a
me.
ride, or you're asking for money, or look, I ain't got time for that. Like,
Right.
mm. If you knew me well enough and you just hung around, that stuff would happen anyway. You wouldn't have to ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're here and you're hungry, I'm gonna feed you. I'm
Hmm.
not PayPaling you $20 for lunch. Get the hell out of here.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were here and you had to get to work, I would take you to work. I don't care. No, I'm not paying for your damn Uber.
Right.
You feel me? Like, can I get 100 bucks? You hear feedback? I don't know. I don't. I hear a little like chirp, but not too bad. volume. You guys all hear it? Here, I'll turn
I
my
hear it.
volume down, but I don't think, is that better?
Yeah, I don't hear it now.
I turned my volume down one notch.
I turned mine down a little bit too, so maybe that's why it helped.
This app is weird. But
So
that's not a
sensitive.
lesson we need to learn because we already know that. But you know what? We love it or we wouldn't be here all the time, you know?
Amen.
All right, if you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice on everything we've shared, what would it be?
Um, it would probably just be stay strong. It's not always going to be hard. It's not always going to be hard because one thing about my life, I've lived a very crazy life, and most of the craziness was not because of me. It was because of the people around me. So, as long as I, like you said, stayed true to myself and always was the person that I was, it would always be, you know, good for me.
Yeah, I've definitely allowed some unnecessary chaos in my life a few times.
Yeah, me too.
None of those situations ended well, in case any of you were wondering. Like, not even kind of, sort of okay. Like, terrible, like, awful, bad decisions. And don't ignore red flags in people, y'all.
No.
When you see someone and if they're going to call you, and I get it, sometimes they pass out, sometimes a kid's going crazy, sometimes things happen and they don't call you or whatever it is, right? But if a person consistently says they're going to do something and doesn't do it, tell them to peace out. Because if they can't be semi-consistent, look, and I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm the first person to screw up and I'm the first person to forget your birthday. And if I wake up and remember it's Christmas, y'all are lucky. I am terrible with dates. Okay. Absolutely terrible. Have been my whole life. Don't care. I've accepted it. You're going to have to accept it. Like, if you're with me and you expect me to remember our anniversary, you better be telling me every day the month before, because chances are, if you're like, don't forget the anniversary, I'm not going to know what day it is unless it's on the phone that didn't get lost because, I need new phones all the time. Y'all, it's just that bad. So, but people in my life know that. But also, if you need someone and you call me, I'm there. If I tell you I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Right? Like, if I make it a point to say I'll be there to help you move, I'm there. Right? Like, I don't flake out on people, but I don't remember your birthday either. So I guess that's my flaw. But y'all, don't allow people to only call you when they need you. Don't allow people to only come over, not just to hang out, but to use you to get somewhere or to eat your food or whatever the silly reason is. Don't ignore the red flags.
Amen.
Yeah, they don't. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a texter. I'm not. If I'm talking to you on the phone, it's because you called me and you need me, or because I had a really bad day and texting isn't working. I talk enough here and at work that I just don't like talking on the phone.
That is so understandable.
Mm-hmm. It's your only daughter's birthday too. Nice, Cycle. I love that. I love that. Yeah, I can remember my kids' birthdays. I still today, 43 years old, mix up my stepdad's and my grandma's birthday because they're only 3 days apart, and I constantly am flipping them. Like the one year my dad got a happy birthday, and he was like, "Yeah, a little late." I was like, "What?" I was like, "It's today, the 15th." He goes, "No,
Hello.
it was the 12th," and I was like, "Oh, shit."
Anybody that phased me, I'll get you back after the show.
But I did wish him a happy birthday. It was just on the wrong date. So like, I
It still
tried.
counts, okay.
Oh, happy birthday to your daughter
Oh yeah.
and your son. I'm guessing. Well, just no. I guess. Again, okay. So if you're just tuning in, I'm Silly Lily. This is Chrissy, and you are watching Lessons Learned. And our topic of conversation today, more or less, is being careful who you pick as your friends, making sure that you are being true to yourself and that the people around you have good intentions, I guess. Hello, hello, everybody. You know,
Yeah.
you don't want people in your life for the wrong reason. That's for darn sure.
Yeah.
That's for darn sure. But, Miss Chrissy, is there anything else you would like to add to this topic?
No, I think that's about it.
All right. So tell these folks a little bit about you and your stream and what happens in there.
Okay, well, my name's Chrissy Baby. I usually stream middays and late nights. I usually don't stream in the mornings, but I do be having some morning streams. They're very irregular. It don't happen very often, but I do like streaming in the morning sometimes because it brings in a different group of people.
Mm-hmm.
I just started putting more content on my stream because usually my people we just sit in there, kick it, listen to music, whatever. But now I just last weekend introduced a new music show called Music Mashup, and one of my first players was Beard Raider. So um, I got nothing but good feedback. So if you guys ever want to be on my show, just let me know.
I will try. I'm
It's
not
every
very good with
Saturday. So,
music, but we'll still give it a shot.
but as of right now, that's all I really got for my stream right now. I've been working on some more stuff, but
You'll get it. You'll just be sitting there, and all of a sudden, you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna do that next," and
that's
then it
exactly
just
what
keeps
happened
coming.
with my music show. I swear, I was like, you know what? Because I had those ideas stewing for a while, and I wrote some of them down, and then I was just sitting there a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? I just need to do it.
Yeah.
I just need to do it already. So I did it.
And specifically for, I mean, I could do a DIY lessons learned if you guys want me to, but if that's the case, y'all better start gifting because I gotta go buy stuff to break, to fix, to do the show. So I'm just saying, if y'all want stuff like that, y'all are gonna have to help me out because my broke single butt over here just got back from vacation and I ain't got it right now. But I will say I'm halfway to a carrot top. No, I'm kidding. I could probably do I'm trying to think. I've got a couple small repairs in my hallway from where I hung pictures with sticky tape that I'm going to have to fix up here soon. So we can probably do that, but I don't know that I could fill the whole hour with that. But we'll talk about that after the show. All right, Chrissy, are you on any other featured shows coming up or auctions, other events going on?
I do have a auction coming up on the 13th with what's his name, Trevor Tomlinson, and it's the golden ticket auction, and it's chocolate bar gifts only. I do have that coming up on the 13th.
Oh, someone
So.
better get the Millie. That would be awesome.
I know, right?
All right. Chrissy, I do appreciate you, y'all. If you haven't favorited Chrissy Baby
Absolutely.
already, please do so. And go check her out middays, late nights, and check her out Saturdays at 8 p.m. for her Music Mashups new show. Chrissy,
Thank
thank you
you
so
so
much. I
much. You're
appreciate you
welcome.
and have the best day. All right, so we're going to do a few minutes on self care, self love. Thank you. And then we're going to get our next guest in the box. And I'm pretty excited for his topic too. It's sort of similar to what we've been talking about, but it's more. I just think it's going to be good. So if you guys are just tuning in, I'm Silly Lily. This is Lessons Learned. We meet here every Friday morning, 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we talk about life lessons. We get two guests and we figure out, they tell me their topics that they want to discuss and we talk about them. Um, Thank you for the gifts, guys. Thank you for the favorites. During the featured show, one of the rules is we're not supposed to, acknowledge all gifts or anything, but it's really hard for me not to, right? Because, like, I'm just so used to constantly thank you for, every single one. So, but during this hour, guys, if you did send something or you hit the favorite button and it didn't one-on-one you for it. That's why, and I apologize. But hit me up any other time other than this 1 hour, and I will gladly chit chat with you in the stream. Okay, self-care, self-love before we get our next guest. Tip number 1, drink your water. You guys have now seen me for months. I carry around this big old chunker of whatever. I did put some stickers on it because I'm a dork. I'm just a girl who loves plants. Your body will thank you, and for those of you that don't, you'll pay for it later, and that's on you. And when you're diabetic from all the sugar you drink and eat, it's on you, not me. So drink some water. I'm telling y'all, you will thank me later in life. But look, a little bit's okay. A little bit's okay. And it might be okay for another 10 years. But at some point, you are going to hit an age where you're going to realize not having proper water intake is going to affect everything else in your life, including your energy, including how you sleep, including how you feel, including how your body absorbs different things. Like, water's important, y'all. But if you don't want to drink it, that's on you, and your body will let you know when it's had enough. And then you're going to come back to me and be like, I should have been drinking my water, but I'm stubborn and I don't want to. And, but if it was your kid and you wanted to see them happy and healthy, you probably would make them drink their water or make them drink their milk, right? So that they can grow strong and be healthy. Because, why would a mom want to stay strong and healthy for her own kids so that she can live the longest, happiest, best life? Why would a mother want that? Or father, I should say. You're not the only one, ma'am. You're not the only one. All right, tip number 2. Especially because over in this neck of the woods, it's beautiful outside. Might be a little hot, but that's why you can find a river or a lake or a pond or the beach and get your butt outside barefoot. Go outside barefoot. Put your feet in the sand or the grass. If you really want to just have an extra energy boost while you're out and about, yes, Johnny, put your feet in the moving water, like stand in the river. Like, I'm telling y'all, it sounds silly, but it really does help. It does work. Boop. You understand the water that goes through the toilet enters through the system, through the filters that you shower with and that you drink. It's all recycled water, right? At least from the ocean or in the water, it's just fish poop, not like y'all understand water is just recycled, right? Like, that's why I drink spring water. I won't drink tap water. I'll shower in it, but I'm not drinking it. I haven't drank tap water in years. I spend a lot of money every month on spring water. I won't drink it. I'm sure I'm not going to drink my water. No, guys, listen. In all seriousness, we do need to drink our water. We need to get outside. Just be in Mother Nature. Leave the phone off for a few minutes. Take 10 minutes and just listen to the bugs chirp and the birds caw and whatever other, the leaves rustle. As the wind blows through. Listen to the waves crash up on the shore or the water pass by. Like, be outside. Allow yourself to just sit and be calm. Thank you for the fave. Let's see. Those were tips. Self-care question number 1 is the same as always. What have you done for yourself today? What have you done for yourself today? Took a nap. It's only 10:30 in the morning. The hell? Yeah, I got the coffee. I did the energy shot. I got the water. I have to pee so bad and I can't go for 26 minutes. Oh, we'll be okay though. So if I start getting a little jumpy, y'all know why. But at 11 a.m., I need a 2-minute break, please. All right. Are we ready for the next guest? Go ahead, clock in. I'll ask 2 more questions. When was the last time y'all gave back? When was the last time you stopped and did something for someone else? Without expecting something back. I should add that in there. You know, we do something for people we work for, you know, or at work and stuff. Um, I, 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 I have been really tired all week. So like, I can't really say I've done anything this week for anybody. Um, I went on vacation with my friend that's got twin 1-year-olds and had to help with 1-year-olds on vacation. That was giving back because I don't know how she does it because my butt was exhausted and there was 2 of us doing it. So that or I'm just too old to have that little littles around. Oh my god. All right, guys, welcome to Lessons Learned. I'm losing my voice. I am Silly Lily and Ace, how are you, sweetheart? Oh, can I talk now? Do I got this? All right, I think we're good. Let me start that over. Hello, guys. I am Silly Lily, and you are watching Lessons Learned. We meet here every Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is Josh. He also likes to have his say so, and sometimes he'll make his appearance. But right now, we're going to leave him right there, even though he's begging to come up. We're going to leave him where he's at. Yes, he's saying, "Good morning, Silly Lily crew. Good morning." All right. I'm going to let you in, Manston. Hello, hello. How are you, sweetheart?
Good. You want me to watch your stream while you go real quick?
Oh, I can't. Okay. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said, "What's up, Ace? How are you?" I was telling Ace hi.
Oh, okay. So, how are you today?
Pretty good, pretty good. Excited to be on your show. It's an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being on my show. I appreciate it. I guess let's dive in. What are we going to be talking about today?
Okay, so I put in the notes that it was accountability, but it's actually accountability in friendships and what accountability means to me and like how it helps me grow. So I just can I just start or yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
So, hello, my name is Manston. I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a father, I'm an uncle, I'm an ex-husband, and I'm an acquaintance, and I'm a true friend. I say true friend because even in my emoji, I put 100 because I try to be as loyal to who my maker made me and try to be the best version of myself. I'd rather you not like me or love me for who I'm not than I'd rather you not like me or hate me for who I am than love me for who I'm not. Um, my goals are simple in this world, and I have to tell you my goals so that way you know why the lessons have impacted me. My lessons in this, my goals are simple on this world. I want everyone that knows me to know that they can count on me, that I'm accountable to who I say I am, and if I say I'm going to do something, I want to be there. I want everybody, whether you're my acquaintance or my friend, to know that I am who I say I am. That's very important to me, and that's a goal that I have on this world when I leave this place. That, like you said at the beginning of your show, we're all gonna die, and change is gonna happen. But I want to try to be as solid as I can. And then my biggest goal in life is when I end this world. I am a Christian. I'm a man of faith, and I want my father to say, "Good job, my good and faithful servant." That's something very important to me. So the reason that I talk about accountability is because I feel like, what is accountability, right? And accountability is the fact or conditions of being held accountable. I think that so many people, we get in relationships every day. We are social beings as humans, and we are constantly interacting with people. And I think it's very important that I looked up several scriptures that I wanted to share, but um, one of the main ones that really hit me was Thessalonians 5:11. It says, "Therefore, encourage one another and hold one another up, just as you are doing." So I really feel like we grow. Thank you so much. We grow by the people we keep around us, or the people that hold us back. Um, Another one that I wrote was, love one another as brotherly affections out, uh, because I feel like when the people that we have near us, iron sharpens iron. And if you have people around you that are doing bad things, you become bad and you become negative, right? It says good company can hold a man wise, and bad company can corrupt good character. And so I really feel like, for example, if you get in a relationship and you break up in a relationship and you sit back and you say, that person did this to me, they cheated on me, they talked to me bad, they did this, and you play the victim, you go into your next relationship with a victim mentality and learn, and you didn't grow, right? But if you sit back and you say, hey, you know what, they cheated on me, but I could have had boundaries here. I should have walked away at this point. I could have done this. I could have done that. And you take accountability for your actions. I should have seen that red flag. I should have done this, and take time to grow from that and have people that are going to be there to support you in that growth. I think that's very important to go into your next relationship, because you're going to go in with the side of confidence. You're going to go in with knowing that you've grown, and you're not going to feel scared to love again, or to have people in your life, whether it's a friend or a romantic relationship. So, you said something about red flags. Someone wise told me once, if you're looking for red flags, you will always find a red flag. But if you find no red flag, that in itself is a red flag. So being able to be accountable and know that everybody has their baggage, everyone has red flags, and no one's perfect, right? But when I feel like when God wants to bless you, he puts people in your life. And when the devil wants to distract you, he puts people in your life. So the biggest thing that we have to ask for is discernment in knowing who's right for us and who's wrong for us. And I had it in my notes about the tree, that I'm kind of trying to skip because I don't want to go over too much of the stuff that you guys talked about, because it was almost like you guys heard my notes when I was writing it. But I do think that people are in our lives sometimes for a season, and some not everybody's meant with us in this lifelong ride, and there's
Everybody deserves to be along with us for the ride,
right.
and that's kind of how we have to remember to look at it. It's, yeah, we had a great time, but if that person, maybe, let's just say a random example, you're good friends with someone, you know who they are, but they get an addiction problem, and they abuse substances and stuff. That person is no longer going to benefit any area of your life. Um, Kind of, you're as strong as your weakest link. Or the other thing that popped into mind for me was a guilty by association. If that person is in your car and you get pulled over and they find that, if you're the driver, you're guilty too. So you got to understand it, that there's a whole lot more that people need to remember and to realize, is that, when what one person is doing, it doesn't just affect them. And if they don't love themselves enough to continue on the right path, you need to love yourself enough to love them from afar till they figure out their next journey.
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel like one of the things that to me, I asked myself while I was writing these notes. I said, well, what is accountability? How do you hold someone accountable? And so many people get this part wrong. I think that we think that holding somebody accountable is calling somebody out on everything that they're doing that we don't like or that we don't agree with. And I think that causes division. So some ways that I could give, like, lessons in me, for me, that I've learned is holding somebody accountable, is letting them know in a private setting. I wouldn't call them out in public or in front of everybody if you don't have to, but letting them know, hey, I don't stand with that. I don't vibe like that. For example, if you're hanging out with a group of friends and all they do is gossip, being able to tell them, hey guys, I don't really like participate in this, and then not falling into temptation of gossiping and leading by example. And if the behavior continues to happen, being able to have a cutoff game where you pull yourself away from them, and when they will eventually come back to you, if they're people of valor or statue, they'll come back and they'll say, hey, why are you not hanging out with us? Where have you been? Well, guys, every time I get around you, I've told you I don't like gossiping, and you guys are constantly talking. Well, gossip, ts, I'm just using that as an example. Maybe it's
just talking about things that
or
talking
when,
about people behind their backs. You just shouldn't do it.
or here's something that that I'm with right now is I'm a single man. I don't like hanging out with men that constantly are gooking over women. Oh man, look at her. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at this. Oh, and looking at women as sex objects. I don't personally like hanging out with men that do that. And so yeah, lust. I really, I mean, I'm a guy. I do lust. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm a holy saint, but I don't like that in my daily life every day, all day. And there's a lot of men that do that. And so being able to tell my guy friends, hey man, when I'm around, I don't want like we don't have to talk about girls like that. Or if it's drinking or smoking or whatever the case, everybody has their own battles that we're trying to grow from, to be the best versions of ourselves. And so being able to say, hey, that's not who I am, that's not who I want to be. I definitely think that we heard it from a young age that we are, if you walk like a duck and talks like a duck, it's probably a duck.
Yeah.
And so being able to see who you're hanging out with and taking accountability when you look in the mirror and saying, I see those people, do I see this in me, and am I behaving this way, am I turning into that type of person, and then being able to distance yourself from them. I think so many people are afraid of keeping bad relationships because, like you said earlier, they want to be popular, they want to be liked. Be true to yourself, be true to yourself. That's definitely a lesson that I've learned in my days, is that at the end of the time, everybody leaves us, everybody goes off and does their own thing. You have to be happy with who you are. And for me, it's making sure that my Lord and Savior is happy with where I'm going and how I'm walking in my life. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people tend to put themselves aside, right? Like, I want this and this, but you have this, but not this. And, you kind of, you ignore or let it slide for a while that they don't have certain characteristics, or that maybe they do something you don't like. But eventually it's going to catch up. It's going to take its toll. So if it's something that you can't handle from the beginning, again, like you said, nobody's perfect. We all have baggage. And like I tell people, you got to find your kind of crazy, because every single one of us has got our own side that just, we don't even want to deal with sometimes, right? But that everyone's got that. Everyone has their little quirk, right? So, but you've got to know your limits. You got to know your boundaries. You got to know what you're willing to tolerate for the rest of your life. Because if they're doing it now, they're gonna do it forever.
If they're not pushing you forward, they're holding you back. And that's just something that's very true to me. I think that there's a lot of people that say they'll pray for you, but there's a lot of people that also prey on you. You know what I'm saying? And so being able to know what your value is, and respect yourself enough to say, you know what, these aren't people that I want around me. But it's not all doom and gloom, because I do think that when you do get good people around you, iron sharpens iron. And I think that when you're around people that, I've been going through a journey of not saying profanity, for me personally. And so I hang out in a couple of streams where you can't curse. If you curse, you have to give a 1K gift. And so hanging out with those people, I've noticed that it's become easier and easier to not use vulgar language. And now I don't even think about it. I haven't paid a fee in many months. And so I'm proud of that. but it was because of the people that I hung around. You know what I'm saying? And that's just an
I
example.
could never hang there.
And that's fine. There's a lot of people that say that, but you would be surprised at how quickly,
Yo,
it
Manson,
changes.
I struggle this 1 hour a week. I struggle this 1 hour a week not to cuss. And I've been doing this show for a long time, and I'll still sometimes slip up. Like I almost said the S word at the beginning of the show, but caught myself at the before the t came out. You know, I don't know if it's just a combination of bartending and construction and constantly being around loud crate, but my family for years, you can't don't cuss around me. I'm like, I am an adult. If you don't like it, there's the door.
Right.
I'll leave, but I've always been a loud in your face. Don't mess with me. Don't piss me off. And, you know, but I'm also a lot of fun and I'm a great friend and I know that, but I'm loud. And that's just, if you need somebody that's quiet and calm, I mean, maybe we can hang out a couple times a month, but I'm generally a like, let's go. You know, so
I want to have fun. I want to be loud. I'm definitely excited. I'm a big personality. The reason that I say the cussing is not that I'm putting anyone down that cusses. It's just in my life, in my walk, and where I'm at right now. That's something that's on my heart to help me to try to be the best version of myself. You know,
and that's good. I just that's my thing. I can't do it. I can't do it. I will say that I'm better. And I'm careful. Like if I'm around the kids and I stub my toe, I might say the S word, you know, but like, I'm not dropping F-bombs or, you know, you crazy bia. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I'm not. So at least I've got that going. I've got like I can turn it on and off, I guess, sort of. But yeah, as far as around adults and stuff, I have no filter. Shh. All right, where are we at on time? 10:51. Okay, if you could go back and tell your younger self anything, what would it be?
I would tell myself to find God sooner.
I'm sorry, say that again.
To find God sooner. To know that He's real and to know that you know, He's not always going to give me what I want, but He's going to give me what I need. And to trust in Him. Since I found Him, my life, you know, for me, the Bible, even if it isn't real, let's say that there is no heaven and there is no hell. That book teaches me morals. It teaches me a sound belief. There's nothing in that book for me that is going to teach me to be a worse version of myself. It teaches me to forgive. It teaches me to love. It teaches me to have patience. And so I think when I close my eyes in the last couple seconds, if there is nothing, when their life flashes before your eyes, did I forgive my brother that wronged me? Did I love the right way? Did I care about people the right way? And I think that's how I'm going to get my rest in peace is by following what's in that book. And so I wish I would have told myself at a younger age to get into that, because I think I gave myself a lot of trials that I didn't need to have because I refused to seek Him. So probably not the answer y'all normally get, but
okay. And then when do you stream? And do you have any other shows you're on or auctions or anything?
No, I really don't. I'm on this app really just to try to spread the good news. I'm part of the TGK family. I'm always in Big Country Stream. I'm in the box. We're always having good conversations. That's pretty much one of the only streams I'm in. I jump around here and there, but yeah, I don't stream much. Yeah.
All right. And then, yeah, I guess that's really, is there anything else you want to add to any of this?
No, if anybody ever, I'm on IG. If anybody ever needs any kind of prayer, I'm here for you. If you need anybody to talk to, I'm a single dad. I'm a single guy, so I live alone. So there's no, message me anytime on Instagram if you're going through something. I'll gladly help you find scripture or pray with you. I'm somebody that wants to be here for people. I want to serve, and so I'm just here. I'm an ear. If you want me to just listen, I'll be quiet and listen. Or if you need somebody to pray with you, I'll pray with you. So thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you, Manson, very much again. Guys, if you haven't done so already, hit him with the fave before he hops out the box here. And then for those of you just tuning in, you're watching Lessons Learned. We meet here every Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Manston. I'm Zilly Lily. And today our topic was acceptance and being true to yourself. And even with Chrissy, if you missed her, it was kind of the same thing, like being careful of who you let in your life, being true to yourself and having your vibe, you're going to find your tribe. Like I've been, Marsh's Ace has heard me say that, and he's got some similar type of line that he uses with the vibe or something, right? Yeah. But I've said forever, you got to have your vibe to find your tribe. Like, but yeah, he's got something similar, and that's kind of what clicked us because of our view on that. So yeah, guys, be true to yourself.
I'm gonna steal that from you. I won't use it, but that's good. You know,
no, good. Use it. I don't know where I got it from. I mean, I know I don't know if I made it up. You know, I'm sure I'm not the first one to say vibe tribe. Steal away. Steal away. So yes, guys. Again, if you haven't favored Manston or Chrissy, please do so. Both amazing guests, both great topics, lots of positive, good things to say.
I favorited you, Sunshine.
Yes, and favorite these guys. They're in here right now, Manston talking. They're good people. I have some good crews. I got to start reading people again now that I'm not. Now that I don't care so much what's going on, I got to start. I took all my red away because I don't get as many people, and I was doing the whole Let's Grow badge stuff, and Grandma got sick, so I had to reevaluate and refocus what was most important in my life. So, but this show is really important, so I won't give it up. You know, like this is my 1 hour. I guarantee y'all I'll always be here, you know, until I can't.
I really want to thank Beard Raider for reaching out to me and thinking about me to come into the show. She's amazing, by the way. She is an awesome admin and just a helper and a blessing across this app and so many people. Like, she's just awesome. And she reached out to me and I was like, I really don't like doing shows. I really didn't. And she's like, this is like a good show for you. You'll like it. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I'm glad she did because I definitely will be back to watch your show. Your vibe is awesome. I'm disappointed that I haven't met you earlier.
Hey, everything happens for a reason, right? I believe that.
Yeah, I would definitely be hanging out here more often and you'll see me if that's all right.
Thank you so much, Manston. I appreciate you so much. So for the last couple minutes, guys, I just want to remind everybody that, you know, we're all human. We all make mistakes. But at the end of the day, if you can lay your head on a pillow and know that you gave it your all and you were honest to yourself and you were honest to the people that love you, you're doing better than most. You really are. You're doing better than most. You know, those few simple things. I know there's been lots of days I couldn't because I didn't do the right things. And then you lay there wondering when it's going to come back and get you. You know, like that's the thing. Karma, she don't play, right? Like I can make KD mad and KD can punish me in his best way possible. And it is no match to what karma will hold over your head and wait for the absolute perfect dime of a moment to be like, nah, remember that day? Payback. And she will unleash all of it. And you're going to sit there like, oh my God. And you done did it to yourself. It's your own actions that caused it. You know what I'm saying? So like, y'all just be kind to people, be true to yourself. And, you know, honestly, yeah, don't brag about your heat in the winter. Because then I will wish your broken AC upon you. And then it will break. Yeah, Katie lives in Florida and I'm up in Ohio. So in the winter, he's always like, it's 80 degrees and there's like 8 feet of snow outside here, right? I mean, not really. We've been pretty lucky and had some pretty mild winters, but it's still cold. And he's all like, it's 80 degrees and sunny here. And I'm like, I hope your AC breaks in the middle of summer. That's what I tell him all the time. And then he sends me a message. He's like, my AC's broken. I'm like, ah! That's not karma though. That's just crap luck. But I swear to God, I didn't actually think it would break. I mean, I guess I did sort of wish it into existence. But to be fair, you knew not to talk about the weather. So I don't know. Maybe that was karma on my side. All right, hold on. Let's get Jay in to do the out.